Gina, you look very serious.
You have reached the maximum time permitted for recording your message. If you're satisfied with the message, press 1. To listen to your message,
What did I just do?
No, someone called a number, I guess, and is getting a voicemail.
Oh, whoops.
Sometimes you have the Zoom call you, but then you don't pick up, so you go see your voicemail.
Yeah, we need to cover up that.
What do you got
back there? It's so bright.
Yay!
Not too much. You want me to go?
I think it's okay.
Okay.
All right. Can you guys see us okay? It's bright behind us.
It doesn't have my picture.
Hey, Tom.
Hello. Gina's over there.
Weird.
I think she's talking to her daughter.
I don't think she is.
Yeah.
I think she's just flamboyant.
Okay, so Terry isn't on yet, but she said that we should make this a cocktail hour. So I came with a cocktail. Got some margarita here in case anybody.
Nice.
Oh. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Tom's not drinking.
I have the hangover for after the cocktail party. This is the acetaminophen that they tell you that you should take if you get the corona.
You are prepared.
Yes.
Okay.
I ordered it off Amazon and then I was like, oh, they'll never ship it to me. And then I was at Costco and they had a bottle, so I bought a big ass bottle. Now I have 2 bottles like this. So I'm hoping it doesn't go to waste. I really.
Look at little Sydney. Hi, Sydney.
Say hi, Crystal.
Hi, Chris. I'll take it. Terry, you don't have your camera on, but I did get my cocktail ready. Got my margarita. So when you turn your camera on, I'll be able to see it.
Can you see me?
No, it just says Terry Shelley.
Oh no, wait. Start video?
Yes. Yep. Why? We have like 3 Eric Goodmans. Hi, there you are.
Put lipstick on.
Look at you. Wow, you had way more.
In the shower. I put lipstick on.
Wow.
Like, no.
Okay, so let's see. Last time we did not nobody introduced themselves. So let's do that. So Marianne, you're up in the upper left-hand corner. You get to go first. You just took a bite.
I just took a bite.
Well done.
Good timing.
Okay, Sutton, why don't you introduce yourself?
My friends.
Hi, I am Sutton. My leaderboard name is SQPNJP. I'm a huge fan of the belt, and so I saw this. So this is my first time doing Zoom, so I apologize. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, we're in the same state. Wow, we don't get many Midwesterners. That's awesome.
I know. I was so excited when I heard you guys were from St. Louis. I was like, finally, some good Missourians.
Kansas City has a really great Peloton showing, so hopefully you've hung out with them. Do you know Lisa Chase?
I do not. I have not actually been to the Peloton show.
Okay. She's Lisa Chase is very involved in the Kansas City group out there, so reach out to her. You'll really enjoy her. She's fun. Lots of fun.
Okay. Awesome. I definitely will.
Okay. Marianne, we're going to go back to you since we caught you
Thanks.
while ago.
Since I finished chewing. My name is Marianne Howard. My leaderboard name is Hobbs706. I've had my Peloton for just over 3 years. I'm from Long Island, New York. Really happy to be seeing a lot of other faces that don't have anything to do with my job and are as insane about Peloton as I am and football group. Thank you, Crystal, for doing it.
Oh, well, thank you for joining. It's so much fun. Okay, so the Lavins. And
Hi, I'm Kirsten Lavin. My leaderboard name is Sparkle Run Spin.
I'm Eric Lavin. My leaderboard name is Skokie Swift.
And we're from Skokie, Illinois. It's a suburb of Chicago.
That's awesome. Cool. Wow. Couple Midwesterners. I'm so excited.
I know. I'm like, are you related to Linda Lavin, star of
Oh.
You guys get that a lot?
Get that a lot?
No, not really.
Not as much as you used to. You're like, no, Tom, that show's 40 years old. No one else remembers it.
I'm 43, and I do know. I did get that like 30 years ago. I heard that 30 years ago.
Awesome. So thank you guys for joining. And I see, so Rudy Gottlieb.
Hi, Ruby. Yeah, I'm in New York, ground zero.
What's your leaderboard name?
My leaderboard is Ruby Tuesday 186.
Oh my God,
Nice.
that's great. I love that. So did you say you're in New York? Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
ground zero. Yep.
Oh, wow. Wow. How are you?
Ground zero 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm kind of hibernating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty spooky. It's pretty spooky. The streets are deserted and everything's closed and everybody's home. It's very scary.
I bet.
First death of a person I knew about today, so that was
I'm so sorry.
bad.
Unfortunately, I think that's about to become the new normal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every time I see a story that's like, the first this or the first that, and I'm just like, yeah, in like 2 weeks, like that won't even be a blip.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah. So I sucked the air out of the room.
Yeah, Gina. How you doing, Gina? She's like, what?
I'm good. I was muted. Because this one here just said mommy 17 times. I figured people didn't want to hear that. I'm Gina Mitchell. I live outside Philadelphia. Gene Machine on the leaderboard, and I'm just in quarantine with 2 toddlers. What's not to love?
and no cocktail. Very impressive.
No cocktail yet. I save it for after bedtime, and then we really let loose. My husband and I have been doing almost every single night. We've been getting drunk and playing Scrabble. So.
Nice. I remember the picture you showed me of you 2 playing Scrabble, and he was like so focused.
Well, he doesn't know how to play Scrabble. He had never played until we found ourselves in quarantine, because typically he chooses not to hang out with me in his free time. So I said, I'm like, so the hardest part of this is going to be that my husband has to actually hang out with me. So I had to teach him how to play Scrabble, and he's still not very good, but he'll get there. He's getting better.
Awesome. That's awesome. So how about Claudia and Luis Calderon? Am I saying that right? Hi.
Hi.
How are y'all?
Hello.
So my leaderboard name is Claude Eggs. We live in North Little Rock, Arkansas. On Facebook, you may know me by like Claudia Reyes.
Yes.
I always have my maiden name.
He looks very excited about that.
Yeah, he's really thrilled about that.
That didn't bother me at all.
I didn't change my last name to his last name until we had a kid.
Okay.
So right before going back to work after maternity leave, I was like, well, I guess I have to change it now. But we've had the bike for almost 3 years, and we really, really like it. So.
That's great.
Yep.
That's
and
awesome.
I'm Luis Calderon, not Reyes. I do get called Mr. Reyes all the time, though.
I feel your pain.
Right?
I'll make it worse for you.
Oh, come on.
No, I'll make it worse for you. I get sometimes mail addressed to the wrong last name to her, but it's her ex-husband's last name.
Oh,
nice.
That's work. And actually, we get along with him great. So I just laugh about it. But but it's still kind of like Tom, or I'll get called Mr. Garrett, and I'm like, no.
We got a wedding invite that said Luis and Claudia Reyes. I was like, who the hell are you taking?
You're like, they get the shittiest gift ever.
You should know your name.
Broken toaster.
Now we share wedding anniversaries, so that worked out for them.
Oh.
And I'm El Nene 23 on the leaderboard.
Say that again?
Gosh, I can't.
El Nene 23, so it's ELNENE 23.
Okay, all right.
Baby boy or kiddo in Spanish.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So since you're in Arkansas, wasn't there a tornado? Were you close to that?
Yeah.
No, we're
it was
2.5
south of St. Louis, so it was about 2.5 hours north of us.
Northeast of us. So
Gotcha.
Okay.
I'm a
glad you were
guy, so I was like, well, I hit them all in the airport, and people are not out, so it's fine. No casualties, about six injured. 6 injured, so that for Arkansas, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys were safe.
We're 10 minutes away from Little Rock. We're in North Little Rock. So.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. We get to see Clinton's library every time we go in to work.
Who's that?
Bill Clinton.
Oh, Clinton's library. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Got
Library.
There you go.
it. Got it. Well, when you say Arkansas, I just think of Walmart. Isn't that where the headquarters
Yep,
is?
Northwest Arkansas. So
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I see Ashley. Is it Gallowina?
Galonia.
Galonia. This is why I suck at names.
It's
I like that pronunciation better because it sounds like a kingdom.
It does. It
Yeah.
does.
Normally
you ever-
we get Bologna. But
So what's your leaderboard name?
my leaderboard name is Always in the Saddle. You'll see me a lot on yoga, especially Ross. He's my favorite. So, but I do everything. And
Ross
I'm
is
in
an
Columbus,
interesting guy.
Ohio.
Thank you. Columbus, Ohio. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
We have a lot of Midwesterners on. I'm
do.
very surprised. This is great. Terry, it's all you.
Oh my gosh.
I saw Brendan earlier. Hi, Brendan.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
He went back upstairs.
Well, you tell him he said hi.
So
Did he end
I'm
up having
Terry.
Did he have
Hi.
a good birthday?
Wait, what?
Did Brendan end up having a good
Oh,
birthday?
he did. And you guys, I have to tell you, Crystal was so kind. She sent a message to my son for his birthday. It was on St. Patrick's Day. And a whole, like John Mills did, and a whole bunch of friends and local friends did. And it just made his day. Like, he was so happy because his party got canceled. And so he was just so bummed. But it really made his day.
I'm doing
So thank
something.
you so much.
I'm glad.
I'm Terry, and my leaderboard name is Spin Yoga Chick. My husband's leaderboard name is Watch My Butt. We have had the
Downstairs.
That's so funny. I see him walking. We've
Yeah.
had
He's
our
evacuating.
bike since December 2015, and our first ride was January of 2016. So we're OGs. We've seen it all, crazy stuff on the bike, and we love it. We still love it as much today as we did the first time we got it. And this past weekend, my husband and I completed our own Pelofondos, if you haven't seen it. So he's really tired right now. He did 80 miles, but I have my drink, and I cheers to everyone for staying healthy and happy and safe. Cheers to everybody.
Cheers.
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 And tell Charles we said hello as well.
He just yelled. Did you hear him? Hi.
No, I didn't. That's great. That's great.
He's still
And,
not eating vegetables.
Oh, really? That's hilarious.
That's why I said it. So for those that don't know, Crystal and I competed in Atlantic City Half Ironman as part of a relay team. And we both were the running parts of that team. So we got to spend a lot of time together. And during the run, we actually saw each other and hugged each other, kind of gave like a little bit of like high five and like, you can keep going. So, and then we went to dinner afterwards, and both our husbands didn't eat the vegetables. So.
Yes. And we collapsed in the hallway together.
There he is. He just waved. Yes.
Hi. That was a good
I'm
time.
from CT, from Connecticut. So
Oh.
JSS signed this.
Oh, both sides. Look at that. You got both going.
Fancy.
That's a great hat.
Yeah.
And I see Tim Shaughnessy down there. How are you doing, Tim?
Pretty good. We also have Glenn here.
Hi, Glenn.
We were just eating lunch, so we weren't on screen. My leaderboard name is Kazi Cause, C-O-Z-Z-I, C-O-Z. Boom to booms.
That's awesome. And you guys are in California?
Yep. Yes, San Jose.
Okay. Okay. So that explains why you're eating lunch.
That's right.
It's still early there.
Yeah, it's just 2.
Yeah.
What are you, the lunch police? Don't you dare eat past 2 o'clock.
I I was just explaining to you that you didn't know. I was just explaining.
I was hungry, but now I'm gonna have to wait till dinner.
Well, there's snacks. You can have snacks.
I'm just gonna drink now.
Everyone's already finished their quarantine snacks.
Yeah, we were
Yeah,
done.
you gotta order more off Amazon and hope they deliver. Who's the doggy? I see the puppy dog in there.
This is Trixie LaBoom Boom. She's the inspiration for the leaderboard name.
Oh, she's adorable.
Well, thank you.
I see there's no awesome background. Are you gonna treat us to that later?
Oh, I'm sorry. I can. Let's see.
I never did read the article, so I still don't know how to do it. Look at that, guys. Isn't that cool?
That's cool. That is cool.
Oh, wow.
So no one yell at us.
Nice.
We're really not outside at the Golden Gate Bridge.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. All right. Well, next up we have Greg Firstner. Hi, Greg.
Hey there. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm in Kansas City.
Oh.
Yeah, Overland Park, so very close to you guys.
Do you guys know do you know Sutton? Greg, do you know Sutton, and Sutton, do you know Greg?
I don't.
You guys both live in Kansas City.
My day by
Awesome.
being on here.
That's so cool. But and Greg, what's your leaderboard name?
My leaderboard name is Ikester24, and I got the bike in November and got the tread in December, so totally addicted, just, you know.
You
And
were
I
all
remember-
in once you were in.
Yeah, and I literally just got off the bike because we had a Power Zone group ride today. And I'm a member of the Power Zone pack, and I don't have a vendetta against you.
Oh, well, thank you. You're one of the few.
I was very late to that party, apparently, and you started talking about it in one of the older episodes, and I was like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah, it got pretty ugly. Yeah, just a bit.
I missed all of it, so no big deal.
I saw him.
Love
I
you
saw him,
guys.
Terry.
Okay.
Well, thank you for not hating us, Greg. I appreciate that.
We're always happy when people don't hate us.
That's true.
No problem. Love you guys. Thanks.
Thank you. And I see Eric Goodman over there. Hi, Eric.
Yep. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. I wasn't sure. How are you guys? This is
Good.
great.
How are you?
Good, good. I thought this was to announce that I won the tonal.
Hold on, wait, what? Just 1 minute, Eric. That's fine.
You can come over anytime.
Oh, I already got it. I won.
We get extra entries for being on here, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Ooh, nice. I
love
like the
that.
way you think.
Yeah.
That would have been a good idea. That's smart. That's really
It
smart.
is a good idea.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Crystal,
Yeah.
you do, and Tom, you have the power now. You can make us do all sorts of things. Send cookies.
I'm not sure you want to give Tom this
Paint
power,
your
guys.
I actually had a major win right before this call. My husband and I were actually talking about how I'm going to win this tonal. And I said to him, if I don't win it, I'm buying one. And he said, whatever, I just don't want to hear about it anymore. And I'm like,
yay!
Good. Well, for justification, Gina, were you going to go to HRI?
No.
Oh, see, I was going to use that as my justification. I figured I was going to spend $1,000 plus on a hotel room, so now I don't have to do that. So I just put that toward the tonal.
That's really
It's not a bad argument.
Yep.
But Gina was actually going to be doing a half marathon that day. That's why she wasn't going. So.
Oh.
Wow.
I feel like
that got canceled too.
I feel like Tim has already had this conversation because I saw him go see.
No, Glenn had the conversation. You told me, and I'm like,
Was that your argument too, Glenn?
Was that?
Was that your argument too?
Oh, exactly. No, as soon as we canceled, I was like, oh, great. Well, that frees up the money for the tonal.
Great minds.
Well, that's awesome. No, I talked to Marianne.
Oh, did
she
you?
was
Okay.
she was up there
Oh,
earlier.
they
'cause they keep
rearranged.
moving.
Okay, gotcha.
Tiles
I was
keep moving.
chewing.
That's okay. That's you're the chewer. Yeah, that's right. All coming back to me.
Is she eating breakfast?
No, dinner.
Oh, I figured you were in London.
Like Hawaii or something.
Yeah.
That would be pretty great. If you had to be quarantined, what a great place to be quarantined.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
We are supposed to go to Hawaii in like 6 weeks, so I'm thinking.
Pretty sure that's not happening.
Yeah.
We're planning to go in August, and my wife just got tickets first class for like $800 each or so.
Nice.
We're hoping,
Yeah.
We'll see. We might have to fly the plane.
Well, I saw that they were doing a mandatory 14-day quarantine for anybody that came
Had to
into
get there,
Hawaii.
yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. It's good for Hawaii. It sucks if you have plans.
Exactly.
I was only going 7 days, but I'll stay 14.
Okay, so I think we have everybody introduced. So, all right, does anybody have any questions for anybody else? You guys want to talk about anything?
Yes, I want to talk about what was the thing that he whispered in your ear that you said you couldn't talk about?
Yes, that's a good subject. Go on.
Okay.
It was just dirty.
Well, now I definitely want to hear it.
Finally gonna tell us who the prophet is.
I cannot reveal the prophet. I cannot do that. But I will tell you on a smaller scale that they do have permission to be open, like it's official. I don't want to say more than that, but let's just
Oh, really?
put it that way, that it is official. Yes.
Oh, so they talked to Cuomo.
I don't know.
Cuomo must have a bike.
In that building.
Totally has a bike.
Smart. Yeah, maybe he does. That wouldn't shock me. That wouldn't shock me at all. So,
You think? My husband said, "Oh, John contributed to his campaign."
I mean, okay, yeah, that could be too. That could be too.
Well, Aaron said there's allegedly 2 people, right, in the
Yeah.
building, the instructor and maybe like a staff person
Or security guy.
security. Because the cameras, obviously, it's a robot, so
That's true. I do think that I don't know. I was told skeleton crew, so I know it's
Yeah.
very light, but I don't know how many.
Yeah, one of them
They
stuff,
really-
Instagram said there's a person lets you in and that's it.
oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
They really would only need the producer and someone to clean the studio afterwards, and the instructor.
yeah.
That's really all that they need there, because like the security's there to keep wackadoodles like us from attacking the instructors, so they don't need those guys anymore.
That's a really good point.
They don't need those people anymore.
Right, exactly. They would really only need somebody to like push the buttons to make sure the cameras are on and that it's streaming, and then to
that's
clean
done
up.
remotely. And the people that do that are remote, are working from home.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Good.
Okay, I got another message for an update, and that technically the instructors are taking it as emergency sick days.
Oh no!
And that, but so they're getting paid for it. And then
No.
let's see. Also, the delivery people are not happy about it. They're the ones that are probably the ones that we're hearing complain, because I've heard rumors that there's people that aren't happy, and it sounds like it might be the delivery people.
I don't doubt it.
I mean, it's got to be
So is our
scary.
daughter.
I'm not in New York, and I'm scared to have to go to work. So I totally can understand how scary that must be to feel like you have to,
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to go into a place every day, the same place. It's another thing to go into different places 5-10 times a day, every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, I would think by just delivering to their front door, it's not that bad. I mean,
But
I
then you
don't.
get people that are complaining about front door delivery.
I haven't heard that, but that does not shock
Delivery.
me.
Oh yeah, they're like,
That's
look
a
at this
total
box.
first world problem right now, I think. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I also keep hearing people say they should just film out of their homes, but I think that would be a bit of a problem, because I don't see how Peloton could do that and maintain the same level of
quality.
Yeah, and I think that would not look good in the long run.
I don't know. I think it'd be fine, just because I think people understand that it's lesser quality because there's a pandemic. It's kind of like
Well, also,
when
how would you set
Edward
all
R.
of it?
Murrow used to record while they were bombing London. It's like, yeah, it didn't sound as good, but
how would they even set it up? Like somebody would have to go into their home to set it up then.
Yeah. Yeah,
no, all the late night shows are just using iPhones and iPads and having their spouses or their kids help out.
Yeah.
So yeah, they could set up
they could do it.
And then they could, and it might not be live, maybe they have to record a video and send it to production to, process it and upload it or something, but
so
they could do it all.
Do you think the instructors actually have a bike in their home?
I think some of them do.
Some do.
Kendall just got hers, but yeah, I was shocked.
I think they all do at this point. I feel like Dennis just got his, Jen just got hers. I think they just got like almost like emergency deliveries.
Okay.
I was thinking the same thing. John Michael just got one too.
Oh, did he?
Cody's been showing one too, and I don't think he had one before.
I think it's like half and half. I think half of them had them and half didn't. But I think what they're doing is because they can't teach as much, they're still being paid, but they're being paid to ride along and high five.
Yeah, and high five. And have you seen what John Michael is doing in his kitchen?
Yes.
Like, I mean, priceless. It's priceless. So I think what they're doing is fun. I mean, they're showing what all the rest of us have to show, like their human side while they're working. And, I don't know. I think it's hysterical. And I think I don't know. It's fine.
and that's honestly why I think they could use their iPhones to do classes, just because it's like, they're all also social media influencers. They know how to use the equipment,
Yeah.
Crystal, I told you I did a class through Zoom actually yesterday with not a Peloton instructor, which I know is fine. It was Peloton adjacent. Alex Chus. So I used
there goes your tonal.
We should all get the point.
It was Peloton adjacent. So I actually started the Feel Good Fam Alex's tribe. I just gifted it to somebody a month or so ago, but it's Alex's best friend is a trainer in New York, and his studio shut down because he doesn't work for Peloton. And so he offered a Zoom workout. It was awesome. There were over 150 people there. I can't walk today. Like I'm walking sort of like this, which is, you can't see my legs, but this is not how I normally walk. It was a great workout. So if they did start offering stuff like that, I'd be all for it, because it was different and it was engaging and it was entertaining and it was a great workout.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good feedback. Why don't you email John? Tell him what's up.
I think he's probably got a lot on his plate right now.
You think?
Just guessing.
All right. So what else? What's everybody up to?
I was going to say one thing, the instructors, they have special monitors too. So they're in studio. So, they couldn't see who's on with them, or they couldn't, who's milestones, things like that.
Well, that's just it. We wouldn't really be able to get you wouldn't get your cadence. You wouldn't get any of that stuff, I mean, I don't know that that's the end of the world, but you wouldn't be able to ride along in the same way. You'd have to do it as like a just ride.
Yeah. What they could do with that fancy new studio, I mean, to me, it seems like a more reasonable option than having them try to figure out how to stream from their apartments. They really could quarantine people there. Like they have a full kitchen. They could. They have a full kitchen. They have a full kitchen. They have showers. You could get some air mattresses and shit in there. And there are instructors that like Alex lives alone. Alex doesn't have a spouse, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, kids. He just got a dog, so that actually throws a wrench. But they could get a bunch of them to just agree to stay there in quarantine and do the instructors
would suck.
They put cameras all over the place called Big Brother, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So we could get a season of Big Brother out.
I was like, Gina, I think you just came up with a new reality show is what you did.
But they know that all of us would watch.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
100%. When they start fighting, it's not that cordial.
They're like,
to change the whole dynamic among
they really would. They're not all that lovey-dovey, are they?
Make them do their own dance classes. Have you guys tried one of those?
Yes. It's a lot of fun. Good for you, Marianne. I can't do that. My body does not move that way, is what I discovered. On a
What?
Not when
or does it?
So yeah, That's I love their classes though. They were a lot of fun. I enjoyed the class a lot.
Oh my God. Look
Yeah.
at
Too advanced.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know how to change my background. I want to. I'm jealous that you're out in space.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
did you
that's
get
cool.
in space? Share with us.
Oh, it's very easy. There's, if you're on an iPhone or you're on a tablet or something, there's 3 dots at the upper right. I expect there's something that's very similar on a
I'm on a Mac.
Computer.
What did you do?
Virtual background.
Virtual background, and you can pick a photo.
Oh, you can do your own photos.
Wait, how?
Yeah,
How
choose
are
your
you
own.
doing
Something for
that?
your.
How?
Is that Lionel Richie?
That's amazing. That's the best.
American Idol.
Yay.
You don't have a green screen.
How do you do it on a Mac?
How do you do
Oh,
it
you
on
go
a real
to
computer?
choose virtual background, and then you find photos.
Here.
Yeah, it's in the menu that pulls down from the video where it says like, you know, stop recording or stop sharing stop video. If you pull down, you'll find
Cool.
virtual background.
Yay. Okay.
Cool. Oh, I like the palm tree.
Cool.
Yeah.
You see it?
I love Lionel. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
I only have a couple.
You can
I
add.
only had one.
Yeah, you
I like
can add your own
You can
photos
add so
from
you
your
guys
photos.
have Lionel Richie on your computer.
Tina, you're a bitch.
I got Ross.
Sorry.
You're still
Oh,
muted.
yeah, you're still muted, but I think she just told me to shut up.
So you had a picture of Lionel Richie.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, whoops.
That's amazing.
That's why they need the guard.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy. Like,
That's because you did a class with somebody else. They shouldn't let you in.
All right, well, I don't know how to do this, so I've got live on Facebook, live on Workplace by Facebook.
Because you don't have an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
And you're not coming back.
I have Ben behind
For
me.
you.
You don't got to be that
Oh,
way,
but-
Mary Ann.
Get it, Aaron.
All right.
Sorry.
Well, you guys are all kinds of cool places, and we are in our kitchen, so that's okay.
Oh my God.
I love
I
that.
have
Disney.
You're doing it? Are you using it through
That's
Facebook?
the outside of my house for Halloween.
Halloween?
Yeah.
That looks like Christmas. You do that at Halloween? That's great. It's so colorful.
Oh, that's cool.
Is that a ghost over there to the left?
Yeah, it's a ghoul. It's like 8 feet tall.
Oh, is that
That-
robotic one that like? Rrr.
Well, he kind of, yeah, he's like,
I'm on a video.
Did Maddie borrow that from
It's
you to
with a
scare Jeff
Peloton.
Sims?
that is my favorite ever. I love that. That is.
did I just see Ross looking over someone's shoulder?
No, it's Ben. Ben Alden.
Oh, okay.
Let me bring
Okay.
you back. There we go.
Oh, there he is. I knew it. I was like, is that
We're literally just playing around.
That's awesome. Oh, you guys are so creative.
We're
Okay.
really making some compelling content for your YouTube.
Oh my gosh! There I
Holy
That's
cow.
awesome.
That's awesome.
am. Me teaching a Broadway ride.
That's
Oh my
fabulous. That's fabulous.
That's funny.
And you guys kind of get lost in the Lionel Richie one.
Well, it's hard not to
I
get
know,
lost.
we just see our heads. They're floating.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
If you move over just a little bit, you could, like, your head will be his mouth.
Floating. Oh my God, that's amazing. Oh, it could be his eyes.
I know.
It's like you're one of Lionel Richie's boogers.
Oh, that's funny.
This is too fun.
Yeah,
It's fun.
it is.
Okay, so I want to ask about, since I missed the last Zoom call, I want to ask about the Clip Out Homecoming.
So what we were thinking is that, like, the last quarter of the year, we don't have dates down or anything, but maybe we could do something in New York then, because there will be, hopefully the world will return to normal by then. And that maybe we could do that and
That would be awesome.
go do a bunch of rides. Are you riding the horse over there? What is happening? Oh my God, you passed up.
That's funny.
Look who's in my house.
I wish we could figure figure out how to do that. I'm
I
so
know.
jealous.
I'm frustrated because I've lost like 25 pounds since I took that picture. So.
That's true. You have. That's true.
So Crystal, I mean, would it be like a weekend thing where we would all get to ride in a class together?
Yeah. I was thinking
Okay.
that if it works out, we could do like a weekend and then like set up a bunch of classes, you know, kind of do a variety, maybe do some tread and some bike,
That would
you know,
be awesome.
and maybe
Yep.
we could all like kidnap Tom and put him on either the bike or the tread.
That is not gonna happen.
I don't think that's happening.
Cardio dance class.
Cardio dance.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's no participants in the cardio dance class. That'd be really funny though.
What?
You would be like, I know where we're going. Where? The instructor is like
jazz
spending
hands.
time with each other. Or like, no.
Well, but if we get him drunk enough, he won't know where he is. So
That is true. I can attest to that. On top of the, is it 250th?
No, it was one of those buildings.
Whatever.
Still don't
the
know.
HR yeah.
That was the night with the red robes, right? That
Oh, it was. And
Yeah.
it was a good night.
was a good night. And morning, and next morning.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
were out late.
Yes. So has everyone here been to homecoming?
No, we were supposed to go
Oh.
this year.
That was
Yep.
your first year.
I know it's okay. It's for the best. That you know, it's.
They
it's
did
for the
refund
best.
our money.
Thank you, God.
They did refund the money the other day. So
Yeah.
thank-
Oh, they
you know.
did?
Yeah.
I haven't noticed that.
And we
I
hadn't gotten a flight yet, so we just had booked the hotel, which was thankful.
Mhm.
So we got the money back for the hotel, but
You know, if
it's
we
okay.
can fly in New York for like $10 now.
No, I'm not
Yeah,
going to do
really.
it. They have to quarantine us for 2 weeks.
But you.
I was actually kind of curious to
see.
see how they were going to like randomize all of our preferences.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
really, really curious to see how that was going to play out.
I'm going to tell you how it's going to play out. It would play out
Nobody's
with a whole
happy.
bunch of bitching. That's
Yeah.
how it
Yeah.
would play out.
Yeah. Like-
Everybody was going to be mad.
Oh,
I don't know. I didn't go last year. I went the year before when it was like Hunger Games and they opened it up at like noon and you
Yes.
went online and grabbed whatever classes you wanted. Like I almost prefer that. Like
It's so
little bit of
stressful.
control, you know, but
I don't think they can do that simply
With
because
how
if
many
you have
people?
3,000 people, there's not enough
Yeah.
room for everybody to take a bike ride. And at least one person at Peloton has remarked to us that they keep forgetting that most of their members only have a bike. Like there's a lot of people that have the tread now, but comparatively a lot of people have the bike. And so, you know, everybody's kind of first choice is to ride with their favorite instructor. So it's going to be tough to get everybody on a bike whenever you have 3,000 people.
yeah. I wanted to see that all play out.
I'm also curious.
I'll be in yoga classes with the DT. So
Hey, she's great.
I do love a DT. She's awesome.
I do too. I mean, that's what I always struggle with about going to homecoming because we can't go to New York over and over again all year, though I'd love to. So it's like homecoming is not really about doing all the rides. It's like seeing everybody and getting to do a class. And so
Yeah.
I'm good with that, but I know a lot of people aren't, you know, so.
I was surprised they didn't have you do preferences for tread or bike. Like I would have actually preferred the tread. So
Me too. Yeah.
yeah. So I was worried that I was going to get the bike, where other people would rather have had the bike. So
Yeah, that's true.
There probably would have been a lot of trading. There probably would have been a whole nother page for like trading.
Yeah.
But it said that you couldn't.
Oh, really?
Couldn't. And I mean, I'm not saying they wouldn't have let you because last year it happened even after they said that you couldn't, but yeah, technically you couldn't. So.
Yeah.
So I go up to New York often, as Crystal knows. And I gotta tell you, if you're gonna plan a trip, now I'm an extroverted introvert. So last year, I'm still recovering from last year's homecoming. It was too much for me. The best time to go though is like a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday in June. The city's empty, the studio's empty. You can't go on a weekend anymore because there's so many little groups that just take over the studio every weekend. It's almost impossible to get a class. So if you're going to make the trip in, my recommendation would be to actually do it during the week in the summer if you can swing the vacation days or whatever, because you can go get into any class you want to get into, tread, yoga, bike. The instructors actually have time afterwards to talk with you and hang out with you. Like I can't tell you how many times I've gone up in the summer and just at the old studio and just sat there and like had a smoothie with Alex and Hannah for an hour and talked like, and that doesn't happen when you go on a weekend, and it certainly doesn't happen homecoming week. So if you really want the experience, try to go during the week in the summer. That's the best time to go.
The last time we were there, we went we actually went in the fall. We went the weekend of the New York Marathon. I ran on the tread because he ran. I ran the tread in the morning of the race, and then the next day we went and we did it was supposed to be a Kendall ride, but it was Christine, so it was awesome. It was a milestone for me. And then afterwards, like she just comes like right up to me and starts talking to me. And it was like so personal. And then she was like talking to other people, getting smoothies. It was really cool. That was a Monday, so not a weekend.
Is that going to happen in the new studios?
I think it'll happen in the new studios.
Probably not anymore. They won't come. Yeah, because
they probably have like a
barrier,
a
green room.
I think they'll still come out. I do.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, it might be a different feel or flow to it, but I think they'll still come out. I mean, they have not forgotten that everybody loves them and wants to be around them. So I don't think so.
That's bread and butter. That's how it started. I mean, really. Yeah.
But are there really less bikes and treads?
Yep.
Yeah, there
in
are.
the new studio?
There are. It's not like a ton of difference, but it is different. I think it's like 40 bikes instead of 48. But the bike studio used to have more than that. That's like what, the third reduction? I don't know. Chief and Terry, you guys probably know better than I do.
Yeah, it's been reduced 3 or 4 times, but what no one ever mentions when they talk about how the new studio has less bikes is that there were always at least 5 bikes in the old studio that were broken and out of commission anyway.
Yeah.
Every single time.
And you were always like on top of each other.
Yes.
Like if you ever did an intervals and arms class, you were like, just trying to maneuver around. Like you were always, and one time I was like right up against that mirror and I literally was like breathing on myself. It was terrible. So I've seen that there's a lot more space in between the bikes.
Yeah, they look like there's more space. Terry, you're cracking me up. That was right after 13.1 miles, guys.
At least you can smile. That's good.
We collapsed on the ground in the casino.
Yeah. We were waiting for everybody.
Tell us to move. So we're like, okay, we'll lean against this wall.
That's right. They kicked us off the stairs, didn't they?
Yeah.
I forgot about that. We were so tired.
Yeah.
Good time. Good time.
So having been in the studio with them having like 60 bikes and then down to whatever bikes, I say I love this layout as far as it from a student taking the class, because it seems as if I've taken the class all the way up in the back, right side of the studio where the air conditioning vent was, and it was like, and the light was on, and it just was a bad experience. And I feel like this one doesn't allow for that. Like it allows for good studio experiences as well as in-home experiences.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I
I
agree.
think that was a big reason behind why they did it. I really think that they were trying to make it more, like if you go to a concert, do you want to sit out in the lawn or do you want to sit up close?
Yeah.
I also noticed too, in the tread studio, at the old tread studio, there were a solid 8 treads, and that's a light estimate, where you just couldn't see the instructor.
Yes.
You couldn't. And there's not as many pillars in this new tread studio.
They don't have those pillars though.
But they're more, it's more of like a semicircle, so you're not like, it's not interrupted view anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that too. And they only lost 2 treads. It looks like Tim is walking on the earth.
Where
Did you guys see that?
It's out.
I need to get the grid view.
Oh, that's great.
That's grid view. Switch to grid view.
So anybody else have any questions about anything? Things you've just been dying to know?
So do you think they'll have a COVID-15 program?
What do you mean?
The 15 pounds of gains in quarantine?
Oh, I know.
Emotional eating.
Well, I'm hoping it'll be over before we need to do that.
I agree.
But I don't know.
I don't know.
That's sad.
Unfortunately, I think June, because that's what Spain and Italy is going to June. But as long as everyone stays home, we'll be good. But
Yeah.
once the weather gets nice, I'm afraid of people, don't stay home.
Going out to the beach and.
Gina, do you think we'll be able to do that run camp in June?
Oh my God. If that gets canceled, that's like the only thing that I had planned that's left. So if that gets canceled, you're just going to find me fetal on the floor in tears.
So,
I've handled this quite well. But it was like I had so many plans for March, April, May, and they've all been canceled. So
I have to tell you, where I work, we started canceling our June events, and I'm on Long Island. So
that's sad.
I was saying I'm on Long Island, and we started canceling our June events where I work. So I think that it's going to go on for a while.
That's depressing.
Where I work, I have June concerts, and nobody's canceled, but they've all started quietly putting like backup holds in for the fall so they can move and not be scrambling to fight against everyone else trying to find fall dates. And I will also say, like, almost every fall tour that was looking at the building has been like, we're not going out now, never mind.
Hey, Tom, if I could just nerd out with you for a second. The first thing that got canceled that was big was the frickin' Billie Eilish tour. And of course I had tickets to her second night. Do you think that stuff's going to get canceled, or do you think that stuff's going to come back, or is it done?
So did they say it got canceled, or did they say it got postponed?
You know what? I don't know, because it was a Live Nation, and Live Nation just like wiped out everything that they were doing.
Yeah, the verbiage makes a lot of difference on stuff like that. So cancel just means flat out gone. Postpone means that they're trying to rebook it, but a lot of it comes down to it's hard to route a tour that big, and so and the problem with moving it into the fall is that they're going to be up against NHL dates. So they're going to have they can't just pick up the routing and move it, because
all those arenas have
almost all those arenas have hockey, and then a lot of them are going to have basketball. I don't know when basketball starts because we don't have a team here and in sports.
October, November.
Thank you. Like they weren't trapped on an island with Gilligan. I don't know anything about them, but
Roger Waters postponed until 2021.
What did?
Roger Waters.
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah, we have Gaga tickets for August. I don't know.
I hope so. I have Alanis Morissette tickets for July, and I'm really hoping that still happens.
Cool. Broadway tickets for both May and June, and for Hamilton and Six.
We have Broadway tickets for here, for Broadway in Chicago for Dear Evan Hansen.
Yeah. And it's two of them I'm taking my son to. So 6 was like a Mother's Day kind of he and I, and then in June we just gave it to him for his birthday. And he was going to Hamilton in June. So I don't know.
Yeah, we have Doobie Brothers tickets for August because it's Michael McDonald and the Doobie Brothers. And I've never seen them. I've seen Michael McDonald. I've seen the Doobie Brothers, but I've never seen Michael McDonald in the Doobie Brothers. So I'm like, you got me.
No tape recorders dancing there, Tom.
I know, right? Wait, are you saying I'm built like Rerun?
Yeah. No rerun, no rent. No rent, no rent.
Favorite memory as a kid.
Another connection. Fred Rerun Barry is from St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh!
And now I'm after him.
I did not know that.
And then they went back on.
Looks like Eric's just hanging out with you down there, Tom.
No.
Who makes a better couple?
It looks
me, you and Tom, or me and Tom?
I think you and Tom. You and Tom, for sure.
Bald heads unite. Bald is beautiful.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry, I'm covering you. I'm trying to move around, so I'm not covering you.
Don't worry about it. I was just joking.
I know. Well, honestly, I'd rather cover Tom. There we go.
Yeah, I'd rather be covered.
Okay. Stop looking into the camera while you're driving.
Any more rumors about the rower?
What?
I'm teasing.
About the rower?
What about the rower?
Have we heard anything more? I mean, this will
No,
throw a whole.
I really think they were going to announce something at homecoming. And
Yeah.
so now I don't know what they're gonna do. I feel like they had a whole lot of announcements. Like I think that dance cardio was gonna be announced, and I think they just released something else that was new content that I saw.
Core? There was a core.
What? Wait, what?
There was a core program?
Yes,
Core?
yes, a core program. And I think they had a whole bunch of stuff they were going to announce at homecoming, but I don't know what's going to happen now. I don't think they're going to announce anything else big until we're able to go back into the studio. That's what I think.
Oh, Tiger King. That's awesome.
Tiger King.
What happened?
I missed it.
Oh my God, you guys. We finished Tiger King like 35 minutes before we started this.
Oh my God.
So has everybody
Pretty awesome.
seen it? Has everybody?
No, we're
Not yet.
It's
crazy.
daytime. It's date night tonight for us.
Okay, I
It
don't
warned
want
the
to ruin it.
coronavirus. It warned the
It
quarantine.
really did.
Okay, no spoilers then, no spoilers. But oh my God, that
It's
is
really good.
that is so much drama. Like just like trash drama. Like
really
you gotta
is.
watch that.
I can stop watching.
I kept asking, is this real? Is
Yes,
this real?
it's a real place.
That definitely happened.
It's a real place. There was someone in one of my groups, we were talking about it, and she's like, look, this is where we vacationed last year, and there was a picture of her kids at the GW Zoo. I'm like,
No way.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm like, that's goals. Wow.
You need to post that everywhere right now. Is what you need to do.
You know, it's funny being from St. Louis. Like whenever we travel, like we never even think to go to places like that because we have an amazing zoo here. Like we have like one of the best zoos in America in St. Louis, which I know is counterintuitive, but like, and it's free. And so like, there's like zero incentive to go to any of those kind of roadside zoo attractions. In fact, I remember we were at Animal Kingdom one time and like everybody's like gathered around and I'm trying to get up to look and see, and I like finally get up to the front and I was like,
oh, it's a tiger.
I was like, what are we looking at? And they're like, it's a tiger. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
The tragedy is that all he wants is fame, and he finally got it, and he's not around to enjoy it. You know.
Jail.
No.
yeah.
It's sad. Although I do think well, never mind.
We don't want to ruin it for everybody.
Nope.
Nope.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
We were at the St. Louis Zoo last
Oh.
year.
Did you like the St. Louis Zoo?
We didn't see anything.
What? When did you go?
It was like in Memorial Day weekend.
Oh.
Everything.
I will say that's a bad weekend to go just because it's
Because the animals are union and they get the day off. Like that's very big union town.
that. I was waiting.
You're fine.
Well, I was gonna say it's a holiday weekend and usually a nice weekend, so it's really crowded, you know.
It wasn't crowded. It's just the animals were indoors.
Wow.
It was.
They just didn't like
It
you.
was pretty hot. So.
I'll have to go back and give it a second chance.
Definitely. I haven't been in a long time, but when I was younger, I used to go on like winter days when it was like really cold outside and nobody was there, and it was fabulous. It was great, and all the animals were out playing. It was so much fun.
And then 3 years ago, we were in St. Louis, and it rained over 4th of July weekend. It rained, and it was so cold.
Really?
Yeah.
God,
we're like, what is the deal?
Well, it's Missouri. We have weird weather.
We do have weird weather.
I mean, this last week it was like 40 and 70, and
That
it
was
snowed and
Yeah.
rained,
Everywhere.
and we had a tornado warning all in 1 week. So
Yeah, that's us. So we feel
That's
you.
New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Crazy.
New Hampshire's like that too?
Oh yeah.
Really?
We had snow. We had snow 2 days ago, and then it was yesterday. It was in the mid to upper 50s, and then today it's I think 40ish and raining. So. Yep.
It's beautiful here.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Like look outside. Look at that. Oh, you can't see
It's just
anything.
really bright white.
Yeah, no, it's green. It's sunny out here.
Good for you, Claudia.
You look like you just got dunked in the water.
Oh, I forgot I had the background.
Be like this.
There she goes.
I was saying that was at Animal Kingdom.
I recognize the big.
Oh, I love that.
What is Everest? Yeah.
Everest, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right.
What else?
Hey, Crystal, you talked about the Whoop this past week.
Yeah.
Have you tested that yet?
What do you mean test? I have it. I wear it all the time.
You do have it. So
Yes.
what do you think?
I mean, I have mixed feelings on it. Sometimes I get really mad at it, and sometimes I think it's amazing. Like it depends
Kind
on
of like
Yeah.
she does with me.
Oh,
When does she think you're amazing?
fairly often, actually. To be honest, here's the thing about Whoop is that if you already feel really in sync with when you should be working out and what you're doing, I don't think you need it. But I do question there are days that I question, like, did I do enough? Am I doing enough? You know, I don't feel like working out, but like it's a lack of motivation. And sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between my body's tired versus I just don't feel like it. And if I have a really good score on the Whoop and it's like, you're super recovered, then it's like, it pushes me to work out. And so I really like that. And it's great for sleeping. It's absolutely spot on for sleeping. And because of that, if I do something like I'm drinking right now, if I drink right before I go to bed, my recovery score will be shit tomorrow. Like absolutely terrible. When we went to Atlanta and we did the She Podcast thing, and I was there with Fred, and we had all that amazing carbs right before bed. It was like, we went to a pasta, like it had pasta and seafood. And I woke up the next morning, my recovery was like 4%. And I felt like shit. And so it was like, take it easy today. And I did, you know?
is it because you told it all those answers that it asked you questions, or it just knew?
It knows because of your heart rate variability, which is another
Okay.
thing that I really find fascinating.
Wow.
Although
Okay.
it also makes me feel like an old person because I have a very low heart rate variability, and it's been low since I've had it. So it's
Wow.
fascinating and a little depressing. So
Yeah. But you can only get it through a subscription, right? And you have you can't just buy it and
no, you
and you
can't.
can't go to a store and get it. You have to get it online.
Right. Generation 2 used to have like you could buy it outright, but Generation
for like
3 they
$500
moved
or
to
something.
subscription only. And I will also say, if you're thinking about getting it, and you don't know like how much you're into it, wait until Thanksgiving or do the 6-month and then just hold off, because at Thanksgiving what they did for Black Friday is you could buy an entire year for like $18 a month.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that's what I did, and I felt good about that. I don't feel good about $30 a month. I feel good
No.
about $18 a month.
Yeah, on top of everything else we're already doing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
And what did you call it? This is the first I hear of it.
The Whoop.
Whoop.
Is somebody outside?
It's me, sorry.
I can't tell with everybody's backgrounds changed.
Hello, Wendy.
You're on the run?
No, not on the run, just at the barn.
Oh, okay.
Horses.
Yeah, but I do enjoy the data, and I will tell you, Greg, that about a month ago or 2 months ago, it messed up and it thought I was done with my subscription, and like I was really mad. Like I was like, I want my data. Like I had not realized how like addicted to the data that I had become. I should have known because I'm a data nerd, but I did not realize how much it bothered me until it was gone, and then I was very irritated about it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, I have the M-Pace line, and I have you know, all the other metric things, and I just love all of that stuff. I totally geek out over that. So I'm not surprised to hear that you'd be that way.
Yeah,
and
I really liked doing that Pinoe thing, because the Pinoe allows you to take your heart rate and like really customize it, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So that's
I'd done that a long time ago in a facility, but
yeah,
that is intriguing as heck to have it at the house. I didn't do it yet, but I probably will.
it was really cool. They did a great job with it too.
Because I don't think Garmin is that accurate. I mean, I think you've got a Garmin watch too.
I do.
And
I do.
And I don't think their you know, VO2 max and all that is all that accurate.
It's not, because I mean, obviously you're not breathing, you know, it's not measuring oxygen. So
no.
it's it's basing it off of how much you exercise, which gives you an idea, but it's not science. So
It's not. No, absolutely. I agree. Yep.
I kind of feel like I want to go get my fight camp trackers and show Gina because she asked about them earlier. Is anybody else curious about that?
Heck
I don't
yeah.
even know what that is.
Sure.
Okay.
What is that?
No.
Fight camp. Tell her about fight camp, babe.
Oh, fight camp. It's like, yeah, it's like a boxing thing.
Fight camp. Oh,
Yeah.
I heard fight. Isn't
Oh,
the
gotcha.
first rule you don't talk about fight camp?
I know, right?
My
So
husband
once
yelled at
she's
me
mad
the
at
other
Tom.
time.
Have
I
any
had to
questions
say
about
it.
the monkeys or anything like that? No?
What's in the box?
Oh, well. I have to say goodnight. Thanks for doing this.
Oh,
Good night.
Welcome. Bye, guys.
later.
Hi.
We have to go too.
Marianne.
Thanks, Tom and Crystal and Gina. I think are you the one that supplied the Zoom? So thank
She
you
is.
for that.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Gina.
Nice
Thank you.
meeting you.
Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Tim.
Stay safe, everybody.
Bye, Glenn. Okay, so these are the little trackers that come with the fight camp.
Okay.
And this is the battery pack. So when you take it out, it looks like this. So this entire thing plugs in to charge these little guys. Then you put it in this, which is kind of like your first layer of your glove. And it goes right here in this little pocket.
Oh.
And so as you hit the bag, it measures the velocity in which you're hitting. So you put this on and then you put your glove on over it. So that's how that works.
How long have you had it?
4 weeks?
Isn't that long?
3 weeks?
Okay.
Crystal, could you use any punching bag then,
Yes.
since the tracker's in the gloves?
Yeah.
Yep. And it's cheaper to buy it that way. Because then you,
Yeah, I
can
bet.
just get, you can just get these guys and these guys.
And
And
that's
then what does it
also a
all show on your
subscription,
phone?
right?
Wait, you both talked at the same time. What?
Sorry.
Okay.
Does it show on your phone then? Like, is that where you get your metrics?
So they have an app and it's only Apple. So what they did is they sent me an iPad to use just for that.
Wow.
Because you know I don't have the Apple. So
We've heard once or twice.
I know. I'm a little bitter. But if you have a phone, since you have an Apple phone, Gina, so you'd be able to see it right in your phone. What did you?
She ran out to buy one. She was just like,
She's like,
I'm sold.
Yeah.
I'm multitasking. The kids are back here eating. I'm cleaning my sink. I'm multitasking.
I want to trade. I want to. Oh, I was going to say that's a subscription too, right?
What?
Is that $35 a month or for the fight camp?
I think you asked the price per month.
Amazing.
And,
Yeah, yeah.
I think I want to say it's $40 a month.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's starting to add up.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Peloton just needs to buy all these companies.
Yeah.
It would be cool.
That and Tonal and all the wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
See Gina's face.
It's actually at
You
the
said tonal and she was
Joe
like,
Exotic Zoo.
What?
It's actually at the Joe Exotic Zoo.
Oh yeah.
I want to trade Tom in for a horse.
Oh my God, that's so cool. That's real. I thought it was your background.
Yeah.
That's real.
That's a real horse.
Hey, what's your horse's name?
This is Ace.
Ace. Aw. Hi,
Oh,
Ace.
that's a cute horse.
He's
Thank
not
you.
horsing around.
Dad jokes 101 over here.
You must love Tom's jokes every week then.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
such
like
a
the way
long
he thinks.
face.
Oh, there's chats happening here. Oh, look at
Yeah.
that.
Guys, I'm gonna jump off. They're getting restless. You have the line for another hour, though. So
Okay. Thank you,
Enjoy.
Gina. Thank you for
Bye.
letting me know.
Yes, thank you.
See
Thanks
you.
for chatting. See ya.
Good to see you.
Hi, thank you.
Oh, I thought she'll never leave. My goodness.
I will totally tell her you said that.
I did on a conference call at work, and the person had log off, And I'm like, I'm still here. And I was like, I was so kidding.
Busted.
Yeah, exactly.
I heard about Zoom bombing now. It's a new thing. Zoom bombing.
So what is that? Like you just swoop in?
Or they were explaining to me that someone puts something inappropriate in their picture and then bombs the whole conference.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like the girl that went to the toilet.
Yes.
There's something even more lurid.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's
So did she go to the bathroom thinking that like she turned off her camera, or did she just not care?
She was walking around, like you
yeah.
kept seeing her walk around, and then the next thing you know, she like pulls down her pants and sips.
No. No, she did not.
She did.
People start
Yep.
laughing in the middle of the Zoom, but they're like kind of polite about it, sorta. And then all of a sudden she realizes what's going on. She's like, and then you see the hand go to the phone, and then it goes black, and then everybody's laughing.
And everybody's
Moderator's like, what's going on? What's going on, guys? What's so funny? They're like,
Keep going, keep going.
Normally you got to pay like $8 a minute for something like that.
Pornhub Premium is free now.
I saw that. It was like I tweeted the other day. I was like, Pornhub's trying to help out with social distancing.
Yeah,
they
right.
pulled down all of their threesome videos.
I'm glad Gina's off the phone with her kids in the background.
Really?
I hope your horse is okay.
Cover his ears.
Yes.
Watch your back.
Oh, look at Eric. He's
All
like,
right. All right.
Oh, too
see
funny.
you.
I want my I'm trying to get my toilet in the picture.
Well, you're not gonna watch us make you. You're not gonna make us watch you pee, right?
No.
Wait, that's not because you're going to make us watch you poop.
I'm sitting. Yes, I'm
Well,
sitting.
his leaderboard name is I pooped today.
There we go.
Yeah.
We knew the risk we were taking.
He gets the best shout outs, you guys.
You're lucky. I did that this morning.
Congrats.
Well, that's some
Thank you.
regularity.
Too much information.
Yeah. It's my leaderboard name. As she said, I have to live up to it.
I really appreciate all of the instructors when they give you a shout out.
Yeah.
Like when they do give you a shout out,
Yeah.
it is always epic.
Yes,
It's always
yes.
epic. So
Yeah. Andy Spears gave me the best one. It was like 3 minutes long, the whole dialogue. on my
Talking about like if it's like this color, that color, can.
Yeah, no, he just said, he just said.
Oh,
Oh, we lost.
You know.
it sounds like it's great.
I know.
Yeah. Ha ha ha.
Maybe. Eric, we missed all of that.
All of
Oh,
it.
oh no. Okay. It's so insightful. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I said Andy just talked about how it was so regular on the treadmill and regular in the bathroom, and it was the bat. You know, it was like it went on for about 4 minutes. It was great. But there's been a few that have refused to say it.
Who has refused to say it?
Let's see, Maddie. No,
Yeah,
Maddie
no.
does all the time, but Matt did. He said something like, "I blanked today."
Yeah.
Well, that makes it sound worse.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
And
I would
then,
never filled that in with poop.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Exactly. And then Kendall wouldn't say it. She just flat out said, "I'm not saying that."
How'd you know it
Now,
was you?
Selena gave me a great one, but now she just calls me IPT. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. How did you know that the one that Kendall didn't say? How did you know that was you?
Yeah. Because it was actually interesting. She went really sequential with all the milestones, and I think that was my 4th on 400. And it was like very clear. She went all the way from 50 up, and then went through the 400s, and then right in the middle of it, she looked, and then she sort of smiled and said, "I'm not saying that," and then just moved on. You know.
I feel like
Yeah.
I saw that. Like I remember.
Yeah. Well, I posted the video of it too. I usually, anytime I get a shout out or a not shout out, I'll post the video.
Not shout out.
Yeah.
I get lots of not shout outs.
Yeah. There's who else? There was one other. Oh, Christina. It was my birthday. And that went on for about 2 or 3 minutes, and she sort of said, "Should I say it?" And then she's like, "I'm not going to say it." And then she said, "Well, it's your birthday." And then she's like, "I'm not." And then she just the class ended.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's kind of like an in between.
Brendan, Charles my husband doesn't get shout outs because his screen name is Watch My Butt. And like the idea of it is that like, like as he's like riding past somebody, he's like, watch my butt,
yeah,
that type of thing. But like one time Christine he was on a ride one time and he's like, Spin Yoga Chick, happy birthday from Watch My Butt. Like I got a shout out while he was riding. He was
like, wow.
He was so pissed.
Yeah, that would be pretty frustrating to
well,
not get
he knows us though, so like we've hung out with her before, so like I guess that's an excuse, but I still got the shout out. I don't
care. So is anybody still going to work?
No, I am.
Okay. Well, yeah, you have to go to work because you're a doctor. You're a doctor. Pediatrician, right?
Nurse, nurse practitioner.
I'm sorry.
Pediatric nurse practitioner. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for being on the front lines.
Oh, sure. I was saying it's actually at this point, like my days have been much easier because we're trying to keep all the kids out, and we stopped seeing physicals except for kids under 2. So, but it's just scary what may be ahead. So.
Yeah, same here at my hospital. I'm a medical social worker at a level 1 trauma center in the Chicago suburbs.
Oh, wow.
Worked yesterday. We worked 1 or 2 Saturdays a month. And usually Saturdays are very busy. There are 3 of us, and then we have nurse care managers who do other function roles. We sent one of our social workers home, and we divvied up the cases. I mean, I left before 5, and our census is usually around the 500s. It was 218.
Whoa.
So, I mean, it's no more elective surgeries, and it's just, like I said before, my nurses are really scared. I work on a cardiac telemetry floor. We have people there who are like, suspected, and then we have some positives. So
that's really scary.
It's scary. My leadership has said no one in my department is to go into any of those rooms. We call people on the phone, and a lot of those people are unfortunately, they're super sick. So we won't be, discharge planning with them. So I am fine with that. I hermit in my office, and then I go home. So, they take our temperatures when we go into work, which they should have been doing.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It is scary.
That's very scary.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys both for doing what you do.
Thank you.
Thanks.
What else, Tom?
I think I'm out.
I am too. You guys have anything else to ask us?
No.
I do have a question. I missed the last Clip Out Listener ride, and so I was wondering if there would be another one of those. I know there's not a lot of live classes right now, but I was hoping you might be arranging one for on demand.
Yeah, we could do that. If there's interest in doing that, I'm happy to do it. And you want to ride, not a run, right?
I mean, it can be either one. I just was so excited that you all were getting together, and then I missed it, and I saw it like a day late, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me, the coronavirus and this? This is terrible.
Yeah, the live ride with Allie Love had 20,000 people, so it's very intimate.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Well, we'll definitely do another one then. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously Tom won't be on, but
just like wake up at 3 a.m. and do a UK ride or something like that. Right? Yeah.
Yes, we will do that, Sutton. Do you tend to ride in the evenings or on the weekends? Like, what's your schedule?
Well, right now I can do anything because I'm home from school, so I'm free anytime. So
okay, all right. Look for it next weekend then.
I definitely will. I'm going to turn my notifications on this time.
Don't block our notifications.
I would never, Tom. I love to hear your jokes. They make my weekend.
Well, thank you.
All right. Anybody else before we go?
No.
It's been awesome. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Everyone keep
Bye.
safe.
Guys, all take care. Be safe.
Healthy.
You all too.
All right. Well, you guys have a great rest of your weekend.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.